Coronet Peak is a very popular and attractive mountain resort in Queenstown, New Zealand. Summer is ending there and slowly moving towards the fall, and hang gliding pilot Pete Helliwell decided to make a short flight in brilliant weather conditions. With a 360-degree camera mounted on his wing, he was able to show the absolute beauty of this region, flying with his paragliding friends and watching the outstanding sunset. So beautiful. That's how we want to begin our show, without bad news, war, death, but pure aviation, freedom and passion. This is another episode of Air Sports News in the 11th season of this programme. My name is Regan Tetlow, and before we start, I just kindly ask you to hit the like, the share and subscribe to our content. Let's go. So let's stay in the world of hang gliding and stay also on the other side of the planet to check some of the comments from the Canoogra Classic event in Australia. There's only one day left until the final, with 22 pilots on the grid. The Canoogra Classic is an important competition for those who are wanting to qualify for points towards the Aussie ladder, national team selection and World Cup points. It is also an opportunity for aspiring competition pilots to fly with Australia's best. There are a few pilots reporting from this event, like Johnny Durand, who shows great conditions on the tracks with nice cumulus clouds. And there are 3 nations involved in the contest: Australia, Norway and Colombia. And we'll give you the final results in next week's show. Since yesterday until tomorrow, the Amsterdam Drone Week is happening in the Netherlands. This is one of the biggest trade and conference events for drone pilots, producers and people from the market. It's a high-level conference on drones, multi-level governance of urban skies, global integration of urban airspace, drone and eVTOL, landing pads or hydrogen and electrification. These are just a few of the topics of the events related to this fast-growing aviation sector worldwide. Amsterdam Drone Week is the global platform for sharing knowledge on current air solutions, potential innovations and vital regulations. A top-level meeting point where all key players, big and small, commercial and non-commercial, from various industries, knowledge institutes and authorities gather to create and cooperate. My first special guest this week has organised hot air balloon events and served as an event director at over 50 events since 1985, including 6 US national championships and 2 international events in Mexico and Brazil. Most recently, he chaired the BFA committee to provide critical input to assess the FAA in its rewrite of the Flight Standards Information Management System for all balloonists. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a king of the hot air ballooning community, Mr. Maurice Sullivan. So we're going to talk a little bit about team nationals. Dawn was telling me a bit about this online, and it looks very interesting. I've just been having a little read through. Tell me basically what it is. What is team nationals, Maurice?
Team nationals or team competition is designed, at least in the US, the way we've run it, is it's a group of 3 pilots that are competing together as a team. But it's different in this respect. You don't merely take the results of pilot 1, add it to pilot 2, add it to pilot 3, and then compare it to another team. The tasking in many cases is designed that it must be fulfilled by the 3 individuals working together to achieve a common result. So it's got some interesting nuances to it. It's just a really unique, incredible way for pilots of different skill sets to work together to learn, to nurture one another in understanding competitive flying.
Yeah. And when did this come about, and were you involved in the beginning of it?
Well, actually, the beginning goes back to, I believe, 1995 in the US. The first ever team competition was organized at that time by the BFA Competition Committee in a town in Gwinnett, Georgia. I was a participant in that. I had never attended or flown in a national competition before, and A couple of friends asked me if I'd like to join them on a team, and it sounded like fun.
And the rest of the interview is now available on our Airsports Promotion YouTube channel right after the show. You can hit like, share and the notification bell to always be updated with our latest videos. Thanks. We have some great shots and details from the first big air show in the United States this year, the Tampa Bay Airfest, which returns to MacDill for the first time in 4 years. Base officials counted more than 150,000 people that attended the show, which is the first Airfest since 2018. The event scheduled for 2020 was cancelled. Military aviation enthusiasts were able to watch the Blue Angel show, F-22 Raptor or C-17 huge transport jet. This year's Airfest also marked the 75th anniversary of the Air Force. Previous guest of the show, Eric Lentz just won the gold medal in the 22 glider aerobatic freestyle US National Championship. He has some stunning cockpit video of his debut in the 1 mile freestyle glider specific category. Take a look. This is one of the most complicated categories to judge. While Eric explains on his Facebook profile, flight time must be divided between high and low speeds, high and low G maneuvers, and both positive and negative G loaded flight segments. It includes the demonstration of controlled flight beyond the stall boundary by use of auto-rotation or other high-angle attack maneuvers. Anyway, Eric, to me as a spectator, it looks just brilliant, and it's 10 out of 10 points from me to you. A few weeks ago, we gave you the sad news that Russian troops had completely destroyed the one-of-a-kind biggest airplane on the planet, the AN-225 Maria, on the Hostomel airport on the territory of invaded Ukraine. But we do have some good news. Ukraine aircraft manufacturer Antonoff is launching an international fundraising campaign to find the $3 billion it says will be needed to build another AN-225 cargo plane. It's not clear if the aircraft was intentionally attacked or collateral damage in the Russian attack. Anyway, regardless, its loss struck a nerve and resulted in an outpouring of lament from all over the world. Whether that turned into an outpouring of cash remains to be seen. Antonoff issued a statement on Thursday saying it would take on the project itself, but is a little strapped these days and needs the help. The AN-225 was the only aircraft that could carry certain pieces of heavy equipment whose rapid deployment is needed in emergencies and national disasters. The motto of our next guest is to inspire more confidence in the women of the sport by showcasing competitive scores with high-performance co-ed teams. 4 amazing female athletes, Gina Billings, Michelle Karaman, Morgan Womble and Katrina Shows, with Andrea Messer on camera, are creating this amazing group which competes in classic 4-way skydiving competition, but also in indoor skydiving events. Let's talk a little bit with Team XPG4.
Congratulations, US Indoor. I was watching, superb job, taking that silver medal with some good competition there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great. We were up against the Golden Knights and Rhythm and Midwest, so it was good competition. New
lineup, new slots, a new average record. Tell me how it's been for you this year so far.
I think it's been great. Anna's a perfect fit for the team. We're super happy with her. She's a great personality. Her flying style fits in with us, so we're really lucky to have her. And I think it's just what our team needs to keep going towards our goals.
Yeah.
So.
Are you jumping this weekend as well, or are you just indoor?
We are jumping. So the plan was to get as many jumps in as we can. And yesterday was the start of the camp. We got 3 jumps in the morning. The forecast was for the winds to pick up, and they did. So we stopped when things got a little funky. And then today we didn't even try for it because it's gusting up to like 40 or so close to 45. So we're at the tunnel today, and then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday looks good. So we're gonna go jump.
How's the tunnel time there right now at XP? I mean, do you have to have your time penciled in so long in advance, or can you just rock up and push people out of the way? How does it work for you guys?
Well, we don't push people out of the way. XP is really good about allowing us to book the time in advance.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of the main reason why so many high-level teams train here, is because they support the 4-way teams. And if for some reason we're able to jump, then we can give the time back and they'll sell it at no cost to us. So they're really good about that part. And if it's last minute and we decide to go to the tunnel, if there's time available, they just kind of let us pop in.
And if you want to know more from this amazing team and their dog, of course, just check out the Air Sports Promotion YouTube channel. And as always, if you can, we do appreciate it if you can click like and share. Thank you. Vertical Aerospace's VX4 eVTOL aircraft may join Air Greenland's fleet through a partnership that the airline has established with Avalon. The companies announced the partnership last week, which includes a commitment from the airline to purchase or lease a number of VX4 eVTOLs from Avalon, making Air Greenland the first European airline to join Avalon's eVTOL program. In June, Avalon pre-ordered 500 of Vertical's VX4 eVTOL aircraft, valued at $2 billion US, with the intention of placing them with various airline customers around the world. Avalon has already placed up to 90% of its order book, which includes 250 in Brazil, up to 100 with Japan Airlines, and at least 100 with Air Asia. This leaves around 50 aircraft from its initial order book. Vertical is developing a 5-seat eVTOL aircraft with a targeted range of more than 100 miles and speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. From Greenland, let's move to the United States one more time to play out a summary video from the Sultan Sea Fly-In 2022. This is the event for paramotor pilots from all over the world, during which they mostly camp, talk, drink, party, sleep and fly. Take a look. Time for our Hall of Fame section? Yes, it is. On the 28th of March 1910, Henri Marie Léonce Fabre flew the Hydroavion, the first seaplane, at Etaing-de-Beur, a lagoon about 25 kilometers west of Marseille on the Mediterranean coast of France. The airplane, named La Canard, flew almost half a kilometer. On the 28th of March 1935, near Roswell in New Mexico, Robert H. Goddard successfully launched the first gyroscopically stabilized liquid-fueled rocket in a 20-second flight. The rocket reached speeds of 550 miles per hour. On the 28th of March 1913, Thomas DeWitt Milling and William Sherman set 2 American cross-country non-stop records for distance and duration by flying a single-engine Burgess Model H military tractor to a distance of 220 miles. And on the 29th of March 1923, flying a Curtiss R6 Racer in Dayton, Ohio, First Lieutenant Russell Lowell Markham set an FEI world record for speed of 380.75 kilometers an hour. 2 R6 Racers were built for the US Army. That's almost it for this week. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channels, hit like and share as well if you can. I'm leaving you today literally over the top of the Matterhorn mountain in Switzerland, thanks to an amazing long-range drone piloted by Joshua Turner. Take care guys, we'll see you back here again next week, and of course, keep your eyes on the skies.